Okay, these were some text messages from Jeffrey Epstein to DB.
Said she never met someone as smart as you. It's very kind. I don't know relationships between you two, how close, open. I'm very sensitive to sister relationships. Sometimes a sister wants to do massage so she feels as a part of the group. Sometimes they are shy. You and she can decide. Truly 100% up to you. Thanks. We're very close to each other, but we're not ready for a massage. Redacted said she can try to find cute girls for you. Great. No worry. Perfect. Thank you. My God, I can't believe this guy was getting massages in 2019 too. I mean, this is leading up to his arrest. Less than a month later, he gets arrested. From Jeffrey to Brock Pierce, 2017.
That's exactly what P. Diddy did as well. He was also caught up until the day that the feds came, still doing the same shit that he was actively denying. This is from Midas Touch.
Also learning how Epstein used Mar-a-Lago to sex traffic underage girls like Virginia Giuffre, who was sex trafficked in or around 2000 and 2001 when she was a 17-year-old girl working at the Mar-a-Lago spa. And Donald Trump said that Epstein stole her from the spa and stole potentially other girls from the spa. I'm sure you know that during Ghislaine Maxwell's criminal trial, facts about underage girls at Mar-a-Lago were discussed. Virginia Giuffre being sex trafficked after being taken by Epstein from Mar-a-Lago, to use Donald Trump's despicable language, but also a 14-year-old girl, Jane Doe, who Epstein and Ghislaine, a victim, brought to Mar-a-Lago. And according to the 14-year-old girl in a civil case, Epstein said, "Do you like this one, Donald? Look at this one that I'm bringing you," or words to that effect. Is that in this secret 50-plus page indictment that is currently in the Department of Justice and FBI's possession? So one of the easiest things that the DOJ and FBI could do tomorrow, which they should have done months and months and months ago, why don't you just release that 50-page plus indictment that was going to be filed against Epstein, but was never, because he allegedly died by suicide? And why don't we start with that document? We know the DOJ and the FBI have in their possession and custody over 300 gigabytes or more of videos and photos and FBI interviews and other witness statements and logs and a ton of other stuff that was confiscated from Epstein's various homes and from Ghislaine. That stuff the FBI and the DOJ could have released months ago. That has nothing to do with grand.
This is also called flooding the zone whenever they want to overwhelm you with one topic to distract you from everything else going on. What the administration is doing absolutely is a Pandora's box. Watch this take.
And Trump ran that he was going to offer, that he was going to expose what was it. And I think that Trump thought Epstein is a Pandora's box. Bush, too, built the box. Obama and Biden made sure that they didn't open the box. And I think that the Trump administration felt like they could open the box ever so slightly and then slam it shut. But with Pandora's box, once you open it, the curse comes out. And there's no getting the curse back into the box.
Yep. I agree. What do you think? This one is from Secular Talk Podcast.
Black. Okay. Leon Black is this big time CEO. And I had done a segment where there was some other writing by one of the victims where she sort of cryptically implies that Leon Black bit her. And it was in the midst of like a longer thing, and that was only one part of it. But I remember thinking, geez, well, that's fucking weird, right? Well, now we get this as well. And Crystal, you were the one who actually flagged this for me, and you looked into it and verified that this is indeed real. This is a document right here. The to and from are both redacted. But it says, May 26, 2023, call with Gene Christensen, Wigdor LLP. And then it says, Leon Black, Wall Street person, 72 or 71 years old now, founded largest private equity global fund that exists today that's publicly traded. One of Epstein's friends, very powerful. Then it says, 7 to 8 years, Black was sexually violent with her. Black bites part of her vagina. Violence was arousing for him. Very painful for her. JC represented victim for civil defamation case, not sexual abuse case. Went to USAO in Manhattan, May or June 2021. JC doesn't represent her anymore. Got a call from the victim woman who said that she heard about lawsuit against Black. Victim said Black raped her around 20 years ago, 2000 or 2001, in Epstein's townhouse. Victim described it, felt pain, like insertion of something sharp in her vagina on massage table with head on floor and legs on shoulders. Excruciating. Spoke with blank at Manhattan DA's office, blank at DA's office. Substance abuse problems in the 1990s, preyed on by Epstein. Gave massages to Epstein and Black for money, lives in blank now, abuse happened in New York. And then it goes on to say, minor victim at Epstein's townhouse and was told to give Leon Black a massage, violently raped by Black.
I know this is really hard to hear. This is yet another example of massage being used as a euphemism for sexual abuse. They would invite these girls over and abuse them, and they were definitely preyed upon.
And when it came to the victims, generally under massage, there was the victims. And there were like 174 names on massage. Massage, Florida massage, New Mexico massage, LA. And that's where I found the victims, is under massage.
Wow.
So I told Gawker, we've got to redact their last names and their numbers. And so that's what we did. We did the right thing. And then when I saw Bondi's release of the black book that I put up, everything was blacked out.
Right, exactly.
So, I mean, and then the flight logs too. I mean,
It truly is absurd. He just said 174. That was his number. The documents that I found in the DOJ website, there were 54 people listed as masseuses. Everything was blacked out, but you could see the list of numbers. So Epstein was absolutely obsessed with massages. His whole life revolved around it and using it as a way to sexually exploit vulnerable young women. Looks like we're in Turkey now.
So this is an email communication from 2017 involving Jeffrey and a man named Sebla Soydan, and Sultan Ahmad bin Sulayem is also copied into this email as well. Now we know who Sultan Ahmad bin Sulayem is, but Sebla Soydan is a little...
So that's the guy that was talking to Epstein about the torture video and also goes to Japan to get illicit massages.
Bit of a new figure. He is the manager of the Rixios hotels in Turkey. In these communications, you can see they're kind of speaking in code, stating that Jeffrey is going to send some girls to the spa at the Rixios hotel in Turkey to have massage training. You can see Sebla Soydan is asking for like the level of masseuse that the girls that Jeffrey are sending are, which in my mind is probably like coded language to try to figure out what these girls will and won't do. You can see Leslie Groff, a member of the Core 4, comes in and sends these two girls who Jeffrey is going to send to massage training in Turkey. She sends them their itineraries and their tickets to fly to Turkey. Once all the arrangements are done, Jeffrey emails Sebla Soydan, the manager of the Hotel Rixios in Turkey. And Jeffrey says, "Thank you for your help and kindness. Feel free to work both of the girls very hard, long hours, okay?" Sebla Soydan responds and says, "Dear Jeffrey, please be assured that we'll take good care of both girls and will ensure that their visit serves the purpose. Thank you." Like very, 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 very obvious evidence that this is rush houring, right? So here's where it gets crazy, okay? So Sebla Soydan.
And rush houring is a code word for trafficking. So gotta use the YouTube terminology. What you doing, Gumbo? You gonna read the Epstein files with me? You gonna read the Epstein files with me? Okay, this is a statement from one of the victims.
And a little bit over 18, she went into interview for a position which was basically like a secretary, and she thought she was just going to be like answering phones and stuff like that. Well, she went for the interview and she was called by Ghislaine to come in that following Sunday for her first day at work. So she offered her the job. They probably were watching her. If I had to just imagine, they were probably making little jokes to see how she reacted, and then called her to see if she wanted to do the foot massage.
Testing boundaries.
You know, the grooming process. And when she gets there, starts off with a massage and then it goes from there. Joanna also said that Jeffrey constantly dangled this lavish lifestyle, you know, over her, saying that he could give her all of these different things if she would just do what he wanted her to do. It's just so sick when you think about the way that these people's minds work.
Yeah, it is absolutely fucking sick how their minds work. Here's another clip, and it is pretty interesting.
Photo of Donald Trump has been found in the Epstein files. Let's talk about it. So as you can see, this is the page on which the Trump photograph was found. EFTA 01249200. You can see it's subject to a protective order for some reason. And in the photograph, Trump is seen shaking hands with this man. And it's kind of hard to tell, but based on the decorating style of the photos on the tables and surfaces, it looks to me like this picture was taken inside of one of Epstein's properties. We all know at this point that Epstein and Trump were very good friends. Trump has lied many times and said that he ended his relationship with Epstein back in the 2000s, but we know that that's not true. It's proven. That's a false statement. But who is this man with Trump? Well, it turns out this man's name is Gypsy Gita. I think that's how you say it. He was kind of a spiritual guru to the stars.
I am so sick of these fucking spiritual gurus feigning as decent people because they're not. This is from one of my favorite podcasters, Luke Beasley, and he is going over the testimony that Ghislaine Maxwell gave to Todd Blanche. And this is what she says about the masseuses.
17 in Florida. So as far as I'm aware, a professional masseuse showed up for a massage. There is nothing inappropriate or incorrect about that. And your mischaracterization of it, I think, is unfortunate.
How many teenagers did he have that were professional masseuses that worked in his home?
Check the Foreman Foundation.
How many?
First of all, I'm not aware of teenagers who worked in.
Did Jeffrey Epstein have a scheme to recruit underage girls to use them for purposes of sexual massages?
Check the Foreman Foundation.
Can I begin, please?
Sure. Did Jeffrey Epstein have a scheme to recruit underage girls to use them for sexual massages?
Check the Foreman Foundation.
Can you ask it a different way?
Did Jeffrey Epstein have a scheme to recruit underage girls for sexual massages?
Check the Foreman Foundation.
If you know.
So, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's all she does. She denies, she deflects, she says she doesn't recall, she doesn't remember, she doesn't know what you're talking about, or she pleads the fifth.
Okay. What? Did they do what? This is the first I'm hearing of it. What? Sexual abuse, huh? No, not us. Not at all. We just found ourselves having really good friendships with high school girls. How's that?
Right? Yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing. This trafficking ring needs to go down. The Epstein files need to quickly become the Epstein trial. This is from Sky News Australia.
The latest batch of the Epstein files, here she is denying she ever gave massages.
Did you ever give a massage to anyone other than Mr. Epstein? At any of Mr. Epstein's properties?
First of all, I never said I gave Mr. Epstein a massage.
I'll ask that question if you want, but I was focusing on people other than.
Look at that nod that she gave. It's almost as if she was telling him, watch your fucking mouth. You better change your words. Man, that body language is insane. Let's go back and look at it.
I'll ask that question if you want, but I was focusing on people other than Mr. Epstein right now.
I didn't give massages.
This segment is from Channel 4 News. Millions of Epstein files expose abuse hidden behind luxury lifestyle.
Enormous wealth to abuse and hid behind a luxury lifestyle. The Epstein files contain videos of massages, private jets, and pools.
I've never seen so many beautiful girls.
A bizarre mix of more than 2,000 videos, 180,000 images, 3 million emails, texts, flight logs, all still being sifted through.
As more information comes out about this case, especially involving spa, massages, masseuses, and Mar-a-Lago, I will keep everybody posted. This clip is from Midas Touch, which is one of my favorite podcasters, and they always bring receipts and they do excellent reporting. This is about the Zorro Ranch location that Epstein used to own in New Mexico. And who does he shuttle around via helicopter and bring out to the ranch? I know Virginia Giuffre went out to the ranch, and I also know that he used it as a way of grooming her because he knew that Virginia loved horses. So he used her love of horses and being able to ride out there as a way to manipulate and groom her.
Was Thanksgiving 2006. Epstein normally flies into either Albuquerque or Santa Fe and is driven to the ranch. Very little notice is given before Epstein flies to the ranch, usually 24 to 48 hours. Epstein usually brings his personal assistant, his bodyguard, friends, personal trainers,
and
and sometimes his masseuse. The masseuse are not normally flown to the ranch, but are hired by, this is redacted, keeps financial records and usually arranges the massages. The names of the masseuses are obtained from 10,000 Waves Day Spa or by
Let's keep that in mind. 10,000 Waves Day Spa in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
More people just hanging out. Epstein doing a mud mask. Again, Epstein in a mud mask. Ugh. It's a picture that'll be in your nightmares. Epstein with a mud mask on, smiling with a gummy smile.
Oh, God.
Mud mask Epstein. Creepy, invisible man Epstein wearing a towel over his head and sunglasses. Jesus Christ.